Wait, oh, there I am. It is 7:48, 64 degrees. Now get ready because there's an express train coming to town. It's the Asthma Express. Tomorrow, the Asthma Express tour rolls into Health Freedom Expo in Schaumburg. And this morning, we have your exclusive first preview of what's going to happen this weekend. Joining us to talk about it right now, Dr. Travis Stork of the hit show The Doctors and Angel Waldron of the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America. Hi, guys. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back and welcome.
Thank you.
So asthma is a huge problem here in Chicago. Like I have friends who suffer from it, and I've even had some reactions, and I don't even have them regularly. What is the #1 thing we need to know about what you guys are doing this weekend?
Well, asthma is very common, and what people don't realize is that 60% of cases of asthma, it's allergic asthma. And so if you can control those allergies, you can figure out what your triggers are, then you can greatly reduce your symptoms. And I have a unique perspective. I'm an ER doctor, so when I see people with asthma, it's serious. I know that it can be deadly. And so what we're trying to do with the Asthma Express campaign is teach people, look, if you have asthma, if your symptoms aren't controlled, you need to get that looked into because it can be truly life-threatening. And
then with allergies, sometimes you don't even realize it, right? Until you encounter an allergen that you maybe hadn't before. What are some of the triggers for people that we need to watch out for, Angel?
Well, people with allergic asthma, and as Dr. Stork said, over half of patients with asthma suffer from this kind. They need to look out for triggers such as pet dander.
Oh, we just had a dog on.
Yeah, wait a minute.
I know, pet dander and dust mites and other year-long allergens that can trouble folks all year. It's not just in the spring. So the Asthma and Allergy Foundation is so glad to be a part of this program with Dr. Stork and Novartis and Genentech to help educate people about the disease and learn that you don't have to have a low quality of life. There are lots of things that we can do to control it now.
And what about air quality too? Isn't that a huge issue in the Chicago area as well?
There are so many triggers when it comes to asthma and air quality, smoke, these allergic triggers. And I think what I'm passionate about when you start talking about asthma is it's an illness that can be managed. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. They feel like, you know what, this is going to control my life. But if you have asthma, or you're worried that you or your kids might have asthma, you need to get tested. This is actually called the asthma control test. It's a simple 5-question test that you can take online at asthmaexpress.com. Figure out if you may be suffering from asthma, how much you're suffering. You take those results to your doctor, and then you can get a plan together to help fight this illness that, like I said before, it can only be a nuisance, but it truly can be life-threatening.
And this is something that you're going to be doing this weekend. Can you talk about what's happening in Schaumburg?
Yeah, well, we're going to be at the Schaumburg Convention Center Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 11 to 6. And if you can make it, we'll be offering this test free of charge, and we've got tons of information about the disease and interactive iPad stations. It's going to be a great learning experience for folks.
And you'll be there as well, right?
I will not be there this weekend. I have to go back home, but I think what's important for people to realize is that asthma is one of those illnesses where a lot of times it goes undiagnosed. And it can be something as simple as an unexplained cough. It can be shortness of breath every time you come home. And I think it's one of those illnesses that until you figure out what it is that's causing these symptoms, you're never going to get it under control. And I do encourage people to go to the Health Freedom Expo because I think there's great information there and so many resources that can help people take control of this illness.
Very good.
And you can share those results with your allergist or pulmonologist and develop a good management plan.
That's good. And now, one last question for you, Angel. Are the numbers in Chicago and Illinois higher than they are in other parts of the country? Or is summer a worse time for it? Is this something that people really need to take control of right now?
Well, in Chicago, 1 in 12 people have asthma.
Oh, wow.
And over half of them will suffer from allergic asthma. So it's not necessarily a seasonal thing. You might be suffering all year. So it's really important to get diagnosed and develop a good management plan.
Okay, great. Well, thank you guys for coming on. It's always good to see you. Thank you for coming and checking us out. And if you need to go check out the Asthma Express, you may be having some problems or your kids are having problems, you don't know exactly why, this might be the answer. June 15th through 17th, Health Freedom Expo at the Renaissance Schaumburg Hotel. And you can get all the information on the website on your screen, and we'll also put a link on our website. And don't forget to watch our friend Dr. Travis Stork on The Doctors every weekday right here on the U starting at 5 p.m.